February 27, 2008. At about 8:30 a.m., Michigan firefighters arrived at the home of 16-year-old Calista Springer. They found her body, covered in ashes and hot to the touch. She was chained to her bed and pronounced dead on the scene from smoke inhalation. Fire investigators ruled the cause of the fire is undetermined, but her death could have been prevented. To get a better understanding of what Calista went through that day, we headed to the Atlanta Fire and Rescue Training Academy. Firefighters from Company 2 and Engine 30 helped us simulate the house fire.
That morning that Calista was killed, is that heat came up from that sitting room. The smoke and that heat came up, and she was in the top bunk of her bed.
Exactly. And as you see, the smoke and heat's banking down at where the level of the bed would be. And what's going to happen as the fire continues to grow downstairs, we'll have more smoke and heat. And if you come around where the stairs are, we're getting a lot higher heat temperatures coming up the stairs.
As the fire started to intensify, we started to really feel the heat.
Up at the ceiling, we're up to about 400 degrees.
400 degrees up there now, Chief, as it's starting to roll over on that ceiling.
Now it's approaching 600, 700 degrees.
600 and 700 degrees at the ceiling.
All right, now every once in a while we're hitting 900 to 1,000 degrees.
So right now, this fire at the ceiling is 900 to 1,000 degrees. And keep in mind, Chief, they testify that Calista, when she died, it was 400 degrees, which I think was a low estimate. This is probably a little bit hotter than the fire Calista was in, but it was still real hot.
Even though flames from the fire never reached the second floor to Calista's bedroom, Assistant Fire Chief Chris Wessels says that didn't matter.
So all the heat and the smoke and toxic gases from the fires would probably go right up the stairwell like a chimney effect and right into the bedroom. Picture your oven at home, right?
Exactly.
I mean, you cook a Thanksgiving turkey, 375? So, that's some awful, awful heat that someone would have to endure. But the thing people have to understand is a lot of times the products of combustion are going to take you out before the heat will.
And that's actually what happened to Calista.
The captain testified when he came in, he grabbed her legs, pulled the skin,
sure,
and the skin sloughed off.
Right.
That's just from that heat.
That's just from that heat. But more than likely, the smoke, carbon monoxide, the hydrogen cyanide took her out unfortunately, before the heat would ever get to her.
Wessel says that you have about 10 to 15 minutes from the start of a fire to get out before it spreads.
Once you have a flashover, the fire will spread out of the room of origin, and that's when it probably starts spreading up the stairs and into other parts of the house.
Despite Calista being chained to the bed, Wessel says a lot of other things could have prevented her death. He says if Calista's door would have been shut, it would have bought her more time.
And one thing too, simple little item, just a few dollars, a smoke detector. If they'd had a smoke detector, it made all the difference in the world.